Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, be sure that you subscribe to our channel just clicking on the subscribe button at the below of your video. Today I'm going to cover plant nutrition and soils. Okay, so what is plant nutrition and why is so important? So we are going to talk about essential elements, macronutrients, micronutrients, beneficial elements, and then types of soils and why they are important. Okay, so plants need 17 essential nutrients. They are essential because they are actually required for the life cycle of the plants and they are irreplaceable. So 9 of them are called macronutrients, large ones. So they are included in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And the other 7 are actually other 8 are the micronutrients or trace elements, including zinc, copper, iron, manganese, boron, chlorine, nickel, molybdenum, iodine. Okay, so in plants, if you look at this graph here, plants needs a certain amount of nutrients when it to reach to this level here. Otherwise, it will be deficient. So if it is deficient, they can show symptoms including stunted growth, necrosis, chlorosis, or yellowing in their leaves. So soil types. We have these 5 major soil zones, starting with O layer, which is organic layer. This is the surface here. Then the right below there is the A zone, which is A horizon, which is the litter, humus, top mineral soil. And then B horizon here, which is the most colored mineral soil. And the roots can go up to the here. And then C horizon, which is the stone from the parent material. And then R, basically, is the bedrock, which is the parent material. Weathering is water, wind, temperature, microorganism, bacteria. They can break down these rocks and then they can start a contribution of this soil. Okay, so what's the soil characteristic of most Florida soils? Most Florida soils will be more wet, sandy type of soil. Here is a table that basically tells us about the usual concentration of each of these nutrients in plants. You can see here nitrogen makes actually 1.5%, which is the biggest one, excluding carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. And micronutrients are in ppm level. Zinc will be 20 ppm, that's average. Okay, so each nutrient has a function and a deficiency symptoms. So we are going to look at some of these. So you can see in this picture here, basically a leaf will be just dark regular green color, but if it is missing nitrogen or iron or magnesium, it might start showing chlorosis yellowing colors. So, but then how can we separate them? Is it iron or magnesium? So then if the element is mobile or immobile, actually play a role here. If the element is a mobile element, which is gonna actually move all the way to the top, and the symptoms are going to show in the lower all parts, like magnesium. But if it is immobile, like iron, it's not going to go all the way to the top, and symptoms will show up in young leaves more often. Okay, so transport, basically we have 2 types of transport that these nutrients can be taken up. Passive is the one that uses a concentration gradient. Active transport is basically uses pumps and ATP. Nitrogen is our #1 nutrient, which basically, even though nitrogen gas in the air is pretty high, in 80%, but that's not the type of nitrogen that plants can use. So that's why plants actually most of the time deficient in nitrogen, but they could get help. Some of the plants can get help from a bacteria called rhizobia, especially legume plants. They can actually convert atmospheric nitrogen to the ammonia. Okay, rhizobia can help legume plants like beans, peas, alfalfa, soybeans, lupins. Phosphorus is our #2 biggest nutrient, and there is a fungi called mycorrhizae. Ecto or endo can actually help a lot of different plants and get actually extended their roots and get more nutrients. Phosphorus can be unavailable at low pH conditions like pH 4 or 3, even though there is enough phosphorus in the soil. So pH makes a difference. And carnivorous plants can also get some nitrogen and our proteins from the insects. So this ends our plant nutrition and soil video, and see you in next video.